Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks for tuning in. John Kelly Profile here, and welcome. Welcome to part 43 of Who Killed Libby German and Abby Williams. I can't believe we're at part 43. It's a very sad case. Today's show is called The Murderous Tidbits, and you'll see what I mean as we start to get into it. Before I get started, though, I want to thank you all for tuning in. As always, we can't thank you enough. We really appreciate your subscriptions. We appreciate your likes. And we always appreciate you, your comments and staying in touch with us and letting us know what you don't like, too. Okay, so anyway, I want to send some shouts out right now. I want to send a shout out to Grizzly True Crime. I mean, they're doing what I think is exceptional work on the Kylie Rodney case out in California. I think she's really doing, I believe her name is Gisla. Let me know if I screw that up. But Gisla's doing, and her husband is doing extraordinary work and really covering this case in a comprehensive way. Also, a shout out to Novellis True Crime for sticking with the Wells case and all the great work he's done on the Wells case. Hopefully, we're going to have an answer on that case sooner than later. So he's done a great job, and these are definitely, two channels I would strongly suggest and encourage you to watch. Novellis True Crime and Grizzly True Crime. And of course, always the captain always has something to say that's interesting. Very, very interesting channel. Great stuff the captain has done on the Delphi case, and I think he's really exceptional. So I think you'd really like to check that out. Check out the captain's channel. At this time, I'd like to talk about my book. My book is called Discovering Lazarus. I can't thank you for all purchasing it, all the purchases you've made. I can't thank you for the great reviews. I can't thank you enough for everything you've done. I truly appreciate it. This is the good, the bad, and the ugly of John Kelly, Discovering Lazarus. And it's the beginning of my life, going through drug addiction, kicking drug addiction, becoming a psychotherapist, an addiction specialist, and then finally a profiler. That's how I ended up where I'm at. So I think you'll find it very interesting. And again, can't thank you all for buying and for all your great reviews. So anyway, let's get on with the Murderous Tidbits. And it's something I think you might find interesting. I don't know if you've checked into the day that Libby and Abby were abducted. And we know for sure, based on the feedback we've gotten, that Libby was murdered that day. We do not know if Abby was killed that day as well or was lingering and died by the next day or through the course of the evening or something. There's a lot of speculation and allegations about that. I'm not trying to figure that out. I'm leaving it to you guys if you guys want to try to figure that mystery out. To me, they were killed. I'm looking for a killer, right? We're looking for a killer. Law enforcement's looking for a killer, and we want to put somebody away for this, right? So anyway, February 13th is the day before Valentine's Day. It is literally called Galentine's Day. Now, what is Galentine's Day? Galentine's Day is a day that's out there. It's very not known quite a bit. At least I didn't know about it. I had to check it out. It's You know, I try and look at everything. Valentine's Day is a day for women that are good friends to really come together, girls that are good friends to come together and celebrate their friendship on Valentine's Day. And it's kind of ironic and even adds more to the sadness of the case because it looks like, this is when these two girls were killed, definitely abducted by a murderer on Valentine's Day, a day that they normally would celebrate friendship. And, I think they had such a strong friendship that neither one of them would leave the other. Because if you think about it, if they split in two different directions, how could Bridge Guy follow them? So obviously they stayed together. What was all behind that, we don't know, and that is part of the mystery. But God bless the friendship of Abby and Libby, and more will be revealed. Another tidbit that I think should be discussed is the hitman theory. So I'm throwing it out there. I'm not big on the hitman theory. If Libby was the target, why would a hitman or a killer for pay or hire not wait till she was alone? Why would somebody go out to do a hit when they're not only going to take vengeance out on the primary target, but they're also going to have to kill another person as well? So instead of one murder, they're going to be doing two murders, or they're taking a chance on committing a murder, a hit, with a possible witness that could possibly get away, right? Anything can happen in situations like that. So as far as, this murder for vengeance and somebody going out there to do the deal, I mean, they have to be completely stupid, the dumbest hitman I've ever heard of, or this wasn't about a hit, right? I mean, if you're going to hit a girl, if you're going to hit even two girls, why don't you just walk up to them on the bridge and kill them? I mean, that's what a hitman would do, okay? Let me do the deed and get the hell out of there, right? But this guy's going to walk them a half a mile or 3/4 of a mile, over hill, over dale, before he carries out the hit for vengeance on Libby and has to kill both of them. That doesn't make sense to me. But of course, we could be dealing with people here that don't make any sense, that are really strung out and possibly drugs. And, but then you say to yourself, how could somebody jump across the bridge that quickly if they're on drugs? But anyway, we're dealing with obviously some messed up people here, so we cannot disqualify anything until we have more information. So anyway, they didn't wait till Libby was alone. They decided to move on her while she was with Abby. I don't like the theory. Okay? And why didn't he kill them on the spot? Why's he got to walk them a half a mile, 3/4 of a mile to kill them? I don't like that. Why not wait until dark? Have Libby alone somewhere. Keep your eye on her, stalk her if she's your target. The whole thing, I'm not thrilled with it. And we never were from the beginning, to be honest with you. And I have never heard of a hitman or somebody that goes out to do a hit that's going to hang around and pick up a souvenir, take a souvenir, which could certainly be evidence later. But again, we could be dealing with people who aren't too bright, but certainly a hitman that's going to have dead bodies on his hands and spend time staging a crime scene. That's pretty crazy, even for a dumb hitman, right? The more time you spend with the body, the more chance you take of getting caught. I'm still focused. We've always been focused on sexual motive. And some of you can ask, and it's certainly an interesting tidbit and question. How can it be sexual if there's no sexual contact? Well, there's allegations Libby was found nude, but then again, there's no sexual contact we're hearing, right? I mean, wasn't that in the affidavit, right? Well, you have to understand a lot of these guys don't have to have sexual contact to get off. A lot of these guys are lookers, okay? They're lookers, and then they get into posing the body the way they want to. They get off on that. They actually get sexually off on that. Some of this behavior is orgasmic to them. Even the kill can be orgasmic to them. So is this guy a looker? Is that his primary focus? Like, does he get off on looking? At dead people, or dead naked girls, or whatever. Some of these guys love to look at dead people and do things with their bodies. Like I said, we have posing, staging. Some of them do like to have sexual interaction with dead bodies. I mean, take a look at Ted Bundy. Take a look at Gary Ridgway. Okay? They're necrophiliacs. They like to have sex with the dead. Bottom line, folks. Okay, when you get into this stuff, it's pretty nasty, but it is the bottom line. You're dealing with some very, very sick and crazy people, and you don't know what they're going to do. Just something about Keegan. We knew Keegan liked to look at naked girls, so we know he's a looker there. There's no question about that. There's even allegations that he tried to search pictures of dead victims of Sandy Hook or something. I don't have a whole lot on that. I know there's allegations out there on that. It's been written up in some different media. But it brings me back to him being quite the looker, not the doer kind of thing. I mean, sexually. So I guess we're going to have to wait and see. Some of these guys really appreciate their victims being dead. They like to see the victims dead because, as one serial killer told me, I can do whatever I want to them. I can, there's no way that, she can resist anymore. Okay? I have complete and total control over her now that she is dead. This is very dark and sick stuff. But folks, this is what true crime's all about, right? This is what true crime's all about, And then the other thing that kind of, jumps out at me is that, when we're talking about some of these guys, I mean, there seems to be a focus on always the control aspect of it and having that power and having that control, right? I mean, I even look at Keegan now and I'm looking at, is this control we're looking at with the way he's trying to handle this case? And I'm not saying Keegan's a killer here, but it looks pretty much solid and pretty much like Keegan is definitely the voyeur that conned these young girls into sending him naked photos of themselves so he could look at. So, that in itself, suggests a lot of control. But I'm looking at Keegan in the county jail now and the way he's maneuvering around the narrative and then also getting these different stays so he can push his trial back. He's trying to buy time, obviously, and he's trying to control that whole piece. So the question is, why is he trying to buy the time? Okay, we have to ask ourselves that. I think certainly if he had somebody to give up, he would have given them up already. And I think if there was a deal to be made, he would have made that deal already if he knew who exactly he was to give up. So that's just my 2 cents. I'm waiting to see who he can serve up or what he serves up here. I'm waiting to see his strategy here, okay, by stalling. Now, something I can also tell you, and it could be a reason for stalling, is Keegan knows he's going to do time. I mean, there's no question about it. Okay, Keegan Kline is definitely going to do some time. And he's going to do it in the penitentiary. Now, no matter how much time he's given, okay, the time he spends in county will count, just like the time he spends in prison. So if he spends 6 months a year in county, that 6 months or a year will come off his time that he will spend in prison. I also think Keegan is a little concerned about the various people he's going to meet when he goes to prison. I mean, he's comfortable in county because people are in and out. They want to get out. They don't want to cause any trouble. You know, it's short time. County's usually very short time compared to prison, okay? But going off to prison, that's long time. And, he's going to meet a lot of people there that really don't like predators that take advantage of young girls. So I think he's going to have a really, really rough time. And I think he's trying to buy as much time as he can to stay where he's at so he doesn't have to go and meet these people that are waiting to get acquainted with him, right? Well, anyway, that's my 2 cents. Those are my tidbits for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Sorry it's been a while. But really, we don't like to report if we don't feel we have something that's interesting. I hope you find this interesting. Please let us know. Please comment on it. Let us know what you think. And most importantly, make it a great day. Take care of yourself and stay safe out there. Okay, these are very violent days. God bless. Thank you.